Hi, this is Pastor Megan, and I'm here to talk to you about Otro Vanguard and why you should kick in some cash for this project. Now, if you are at the Kickstarter page or on the YouTube page, you can just look at the link right down here and get all of the information about the project. So I'm not going to bore you with the details or tell you about why this is uncovering kind of an incredible history from the 1960s street youth hustlers in the Tenderloin. You can read all about that below. What I want you to know is why you're supporting this project is going to actually make a difference in people's lives. Now, here's the first issue of our Vanguard Revisited magazine, which we produced in 2011. And not only is it really cool artwork and featuring archival materials from the Gay and Lesbian Historical Society from the youth in the past in a really beautiful way, but it also has some really cool art from the LGBTQ homeless youth here in the Tenderloin. And, you know, not to toot our horn, but that's kind of our job when we're raising money, but it was a magazine that was featured in the National Queer Arts Festival's exhibit on do-it-yourself projects, so it was recognized as being beautiful. It's something you'd want to have in your house. But in addition to that, some of the stories I heard from the youth who participated is that it changed their lives. We had one youth who's really interested in becoming an artist and actually created this cover piece, and he said that working on this project connected him to the art world in a way that all of his internships and his art school had not been helpful for him. He said, our travels where we had handed out issues of this magazine for free to homeless queer youth across the country had found its way back to his family in Alabama, and they had reached out to him and reconnected to him. And that's the kind of family connections that you can work your whole life for as a social worker, as a pastor, to try to encourage, but it's amazing that something like a magazine like this can have a family call their kid and tell them that they're proud, even if they're not yet able to say, I love you in the fullness of who you are. There's this moment of connection that I think is really beautiful. Another great story is that there's a woman who traveled with us, who's one of the youth who contributed here, and she helped to do presentations at all of the cities that we traveled to with the project. And she has become a very beautiful speaker and a leader in San Francisco who was featured in San Francisco Bay Guardian not too long ago as a leading feminist. She was elected onto the San Francisco Youth Commission. And so there's ways that this project gives people confidence, it helps them to become leaders and to be recognized in the community. So you get more than just, you know, some really beautiful pages and the ability to learn about what LGBTQ youth think should happen in the world, but you are changing lives. You're helping them to become leaders and to become recognized. So while your cash will get us beautiful print quality magazines and it'll get you all of the really cool prizes that are along the side over here, you get something that really you can't put a price on, and that's youth who are able to improve their quality of life. And I've worked with chronically homeless youth for more than 10 years now, people who've lived on the streets for more than 20 years, and what I've seen is that youth just need one little spark sometimes. Maybe it's getting into school, maybe it's being passionate about a job or something that they'd like to work on, maybe it's helping them get into housing and really love the fact that they have their own private space. It's so much easier to help someone who is a youth to get off of the streets and end an entire, maybe to end 20 years of their life that could have gone much more difficultly. And this is our opportunity to do something where we can. And you can do it for just $10 or for as much as $1,000. I am willing to travel all over the place to do talks and to show up at your functions, because I believe so strongly that this process, working with the youth, will really help them out. And I'm willing to put my own time and my own reputation on the line for that. So join me, you get cool stuff, and it makes a real difference. Thank you very much.